Welcome back to Messy Thoughts of a Thought Leader, episode 8. And today I'm going to talk to you very differently than I ever have before. I want to talk to you as a nurse and as a mom and as somebody that has spent 15 years in healthcare. I can't say this enough. You always need to advocate for yourself. You always need to advocate for your children. And I think we understand this more and more now in an unfortunate way. But those of us that are in healthcare are not some end-all be-all smarter than anybody. And yeah, this is especially aimed at providers. Unfortunately, there is still a culture in medicine where some docs think that, it's okay to act like they're smarter and better and make people feel stupid or incompetent or bad or whatever when it comes to advocating for their healthcare or the healthcare of a loved one. And while this can get a little bit sticky, I can't stress it enough that you've got to be able to speak up. And if you're afraid, you need to be able to reach out and get the resources that you need so that you get the care that you need. I can't say it enough that there really is nothing wrong with getting a second opinion. If you feel, and this is me speaking from experience, so let me stop and let me back up before I go any further. This is going to be a long one, so hang with me for a second here. I've kind of talked to you guys here and there about the fact that over the last 6 months, my oldest son has been pretty sick, pretty frequently. And he has definitely needed to see an ear, nose, and throat specialist, which we did. Not the one I wanted to see, but we saw somebody because his pediatrician had a concern and wanted to get in and see somebody very quickly, which we did, and were completely dismissed. So anyway, long story short, what started Sunday night as him not feeling super great, and Monday me thinking that it was really more of the flu. By the time we got to the doctors on Monday, his tonsils were again super swollen, and this has been one of the things that we've been dealing with. Like strep, not strep, viral, not viral, lots of testing and lab work and whatever. I will spare you all the details. But the reason that I'm talking about this is because I thought he should see an ENT specialist. Had no problem with that. But the doctor that we saw, and I get that I came in fiery because I was at a point where my son had been literally sick for half the fucking summer at this point, and I came in a little fiery, hey, here's the thoughts that are going through my head. I get that you're a specialist, but, I have some knowledge around this too, and, I've been taking care of him all summer, so here we go. I was dismissed. And his symptoms were dismissed. And he basically said, yeah, it's mono. It's going to come back positive. Yeah, so that's not the case. It actually, he tested negative twice. Now, for the sake of time and argument, I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole of the fact that false positive and false negative test results exist and blah, blah, blah. That's not the point here. The point is, I had to advocate to get him to see a different specialist, the one that I had wanted to see from the beginning. And we actually saw her today. And guess what? Yeah, my kiddo's going to need a tonsillectomy, which is fine. But it's the whole point of this really wasn't just something to blow off. It wasn't mono. So I say this because I want to talk to you about advocating for yourself, advocating for your loved ones, but also if somebody's not aligned, right? And this goes for more than just healthcare. So this is going to go into a broader lesson too. If somebody's not aligned, bye. Because, right, what is the point? There isn't. Let it go. Recognize when it doesn't fit. Let it go. And there's just this part of me, this nurse part of me that just keeps thinking about people that are essentially bullied by those in healthcare that have this God complex, that they're so much better and so much smarter. And guys, no, you're not. We're not. Do we have some different knowledge and skills than people that are not in healthcare? Yeah, but does that make us better or smarter? No. So first of all, stop fucking acting like that, okay? And second of all, I just want to take this moment to say that, to empower any of you that might be going through anything for yourself or for a loved one, that you speak up, that you ask for a second opinion, that you have the courage to say, like, no, I want to see somebody else. Because I get it, like, there's this weird thing where it's kind of difficult, right? And that kind of goes into, like, being small and putting yourself in a box and not making a bunch of noise. But you absolutely should. It's so important. So, all that to say that, he's okay and we're on a new course of treatment. And yes, we will be having to schedule surgery. But, right, like, you can't give up, and you can't give up on yourself, and you can't give up on your loved ones, and you have to be the one to advocate for them. Have the confidence. Don't be afraid to rock the boat. Don't be afraid to say the things. Speak up. Anyway, I'll stop there. Just a thought.